last night, which is Thursday night or Wednesday night's episode of Watch What Happens Live, which airs on Bravo, his nightly half-hour talk show. That he, in full transparency, wanted to let the audience and the viewers know that he would be having a little bambino in about 6 weeks. And, through the miracle of modern science as well. Well, Andy is a young Jewish man. So, whatever. I just, because he, talked about there's, the miraculousness of it all. So anyways, but, Andy Cohen's having a baby and mazel to him. I know I'm sighing a lot. All right. I'm a woman of a certain age and I think that if you can have a child, financially as well as emotionally and, do all the things that you can and need to do, I think that is amazing and I think you should and whatever. I think that what I marvel at is the ability for us nowadays to just do that even by ourselves. I mean, not technically by ourselves, because I would still need some sperm from somewhere. But I'm just saying, I could do this by myself. That's wild, as a child, I never even thought that would be an option. And, what a time to be alive. So, I look forward to Andy Cohen and the way that he opts to handle fatherhood. So congratulations to him. Okay, so let's talk about, because I know that have any of you girls gone onto Spotify or Apple to listen to the new freshly dropped Queen Carter? That is the moniker to which Beyonce is using. She dropped 2 albums worth of new music. Apparently they're old recordings. However, she did put them out on Spotify and Apple under the moniker Queen Carter. Now, I have not listened to any of this. This is news to me. But what I will say is I am not against hearing a new Beyonce album. I'm actually pro hearing a new Beyonce album. So yes, and yes, check the box. First of all, can we just talk about, because we were not together during the Global Citizen concert, but can we just talk about those Versace jumpsuits that the girls were wearing, bodysuits? Yes, can we talk about them in the hue of colors? Oh, I live. You know who I'm not living for right now, though? Okay, I want you to come very close to me, okay? Let's make eye-to-eye contact. Now, we talk every week about some brand, or we have talked virtually almost every week about some brand just disrespecting the culture. We've talked about Prada. We've talked about H&M. We've talked about Banana Republic. We've talked about J. Crew. We have talked about Burberry. We've talked about from, the culture vulturism. We've just talked about the spectrum. Well, this week, the shame on you goes to Forever 21. Now, why, you may be wondering? Well, Forever 21 just got their eye roll on from the woke community because they posted a picture on, I believe on Instagram, of a young white man wearing a Wakanda shirt. And I think that the caption that they used was a little bit off kilter. Now, listen, let me just say this to the people at Forever 21. You guys have always been quite guilty of not having enough diversified representation at the table. I mean, let's, that's just what it is. I mean, yeah, there is diversity in terms of personality, but there's not diversity in terms of perspective. So I think that this fortunately for Forever 21 Yes, darling. So anyways, as I was saying, so can we just, I mean, I feel like we're going to get to the point where sooner or later, we're not going to be able to support anyone, okay? Because until they start getting some representation at the table, it's like they keep making just the most buffoonish decisions in terms of respectability to people's race, gender, sexuality, all those things. Like, I'm just over them. All right. So let's just move on really quick. Okay. A big shout out to Janet Demita Joe Jackson of Gary, Indiana, for her nomination. Okay. And she will be inducted into the 2019 class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I say much deserved. I say Janet much deserves this honor. And you know what? I think that the Whispers, who are the Janet Jackson fans, let's be honest, because honey, okay, but I live for Demita Joe, okay? Live, and live. So I am really excited for her. I think that that's a great look. And I think that's a good look for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because she deserves. Did y'all hear about Travis Scott performing at the Super Bowl halftime show with Maroon 5? Are we perplexed by this? I'm perplexed by this. Why is Travis Scott doing this? Not for nothing, but I just feel like Travis Scott doesn't need to perform with Maroon 5. Now, apparently, Jay-Z is currently trying to talk Travis out of it. However, we need to understand that on the side of alliance that Travis Scott is on, and now, please, don't take this as I'm saying that he actually has an alliance with the Kardashians or whatever. That is his baby mother's family, right? Okay. But I'm sure he does his own thing. Wink, wink. I'm sure he does his own thing. I'm sure he does. What I'm saying is, I don't think if Kanye was asked to do the Super Bowl halftime that he would refuse. I think he would absolutely do the Super Bowl halftime. And I could see in the same vein why Travis would. Do I think that it's a necessary look for Travis? No. Do I believe that because of who Travis dates and the fact that the album, because let's be honest. If the Super Bowl were going to ask someone to do the halftime show, I would think that they would ask Drake, and not to say that they didn't, but I would think that Drake would probably be a more popular performer for Super Bowl than Travis Scott. I also think that Drake wouldn't do it for optics reasons. I think that Drake would not do the Super Bowl halftime. Are y'all surprised that he would? That Travis is doing the Super Bowl? I mean, listen, I think that the Super Bowl, I think the NFL, the non-for-profit organization known as the NFL, I think I've never really trusted them to make sound decisions, even before, even before it was about the knee, it was about their poor decision and their continued poor decision in terms of having players who have not only committed domestic abuse against women, but have even killed. So, needless to say that I don't believe that the NFL is an organization known for their good decision making. That's just my personal opinion. Now, if you dig and drill even deeper, you get to understand the whole thing with the taking of the knee. I mean, listen, I think that we've got to acknowledge the fact that the NFL, what they're doing, it's not even like it's like a oh, we're doing this covertly. They are overtly and aggressively saying that this is about race. And you niggas continue to watch these motherfuckers every weekend. So I'm teetering, I'm teetering. You niggas continue to go up for certain niggas, all you niggas who are Odell Beckham dick riders. Listen, I like that nigga's whole shtick. I mean, if we're going to talk football, I like that nigga's whole shtick, I don't think that his playing is, I think that his playing is below par of his persona. And that's what, yeah, that's what I got to say about that. I mean, like, to me, like, if you are the type of player who is I don't know, there's a lot of amazing football players, but, I think of LeBron James as a basketball player, and I think to myself, the level at which he plays, even though the Lakers are not doing so well, but the level at which he plays, and his athleticism, to me, far begets even the persona of him as just LeBron James, King James, you know what I mean? Like, yes, he has a court persona, but it doesn't predecess his ability on the court. I just think that Odell Beckham has a persona that predecesses his actual ability on the field. Just my personal opinion. I got a lot of opinions today, okay? But yeah. All right, so I know you motherfuckers have seen this Cardi B video. All right. So here's what I want to say about this Cardi B video, because I know the girls are gagging. The girls are saying that, oh my God, she stoleth my edges. She taketh my wig. Oh my God, this is everything. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I think that the styling is impeccable. I think that the timing is impeccable. Listen, you can drop as many fucking I don't need no press freestyles as you want to. Let's be honest though, babe. I don't think that you need press, but I do think that here's what I know to be true. I love Cardi B, by the way. I think the video is dope. I think that, I wish that we were still living in an era where videos were a thing. Videos are no longer a thing, but I do appreciate the fact that she gave us strong imagery, because of the fact that videos are no longer a thing. I think that a lot of artists, when they do videos, they do very like bland videos. They spend all the budget on looks, or they spend all the budget on something unnecessary that just makes it a whole half-ass circus and parade. I think that she really, put money into the visual of this video that wasn't outside of her image or her brand. And I think the timing, like I said, is very Kris Jenner, very spot on, very impeccable, honey. Let's just talk about the fact that TMZ dropped a image of Cardi and her man Offset chilling in Puerto Rico. Now listen, we spoke last time during the I'm sorry, bruh apology. And then the storming on the Rolling Loud stage. And, a little later, I want to talk to you about I just want to talk to you about the whole idea, like that whole thing that happened with them. That led me to think, and not only what happened with them, but, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, but it definitely led me to think about when you're in a relationship and you guys break up, how do you know that this is when you should take somebody back? Like, how do you know? How will I know? So we'll get to that in a second. You guys, now, usually I don't have anything positive to say as it pertains to politics. But you guys, I have some good news. I have a fucking praise report from the politics site. I know you clutcheth your pearls. You about to shed a Holy Ghost tear. Okay, let's